A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. I seek refuge in Allah from the accursed devil in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you. I am Samirah.M, and this is about my spiritual journey with Allah. Now, the last time I told you all about the female jinn, now I'm going to tell you about this male jinn. Now, at this time, I lived at this house on the east side of Detroit. It was a one floor, and it had a finished basement. So one of my family members took the basement. Now, this particular morning, my family member went to their appointment. I left to go take the children to school. I come back. I decided, let me wash these few dishes before I go into my bedroom. So I washed these few dishes. Now, on my way out, I got a landing. You can see over into the basement. Now, I want to grab my Quran, my scarves, and my purse that I had there. And as I'm grabbing everything and I go to turn, y'all, all I can see was a black man coming up my basement stairs. He's wearing a pair of blue jeans, a white t-shirt. He's dark-skinned. He has short hair. And I was frozen, y'all. When I tell y'all I was frozen in fear, because I'd never seen somebody I didn't know coming up out of my basement. Wasn't nobody there but me. So now I'm thinking like, oh my God, somebody done broke in while I was gone. Now I'm thinking, how do I get out the house? How do I get out this front door without this man getting to me first? So now I'm thinking, run. And instantly I went to turn to run for my life out of my house. And the thought said to me, no, seek refuge. It's only a jinn. So I turned, I said, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. This jinn poofed into the basement. I go down into the basement seeking refuge. I know exactly where he went. He went into the bedroom down there. I opened up that door in the name of Allah. Get out. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. You get out right now in the name of Allah. And I'm going to tell y'all, that jinn got up out of that house. And then when I got done cleaning him out that basement, I went upstairs and did a cleansing and upstairs. And that's when I realized, y'all, that Allah was teaching me how to cleanse a house. He was teaching me how to clean my house out from the jinn and how to get rid of them. And I tell y'all, I went through every room in the house, every closet, every corner, and I sought refuge through the whole entire house in the name of Allah. And I played me some Quran after that. And then, sure, I thanked Allah, because I'm telling y'all, had not Allah told me that that was a jinn, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I would have ran out of my house up the street screaming and hollering, telling somebody call 911 because there's a man in my house. And they would have got there and there wasn't nobody in my house. And I know it wasn't no real man in my house, because I went through every room in the house. It takes me back to the female jinn that I followed in every room to seek refuge. And in the end, it was for me to see that there was no woman there. And it's the same thing with that. It was for me to see that there was no man. That was a jinn in your house, in your basement, coming up your stairs. I have never been so scared for life, because people do stuff to people, and all I thought was that was a person. And all the time, y'all, it was a straight up jinn. And I'll tell you what, all the time I stayed in that house till I moved out of there, I never ran across that jinn coming up out my basement ever again, because I learned to do cleansings. I learned that the more you pray, the more you remember Allah. That is another part of cleansing. When you play the Quran, that is another part of cleansing. When you read the Quran, that is another part of cleansing. This is what Allah taught me. This is what Allah showed me. So this is what I do to keep jinns at bay over here. Because like I told y'all, this is another house that I moved into that had a lot of stuff going on with it. A jinn was already living here. We had to run him up out of here. So as I say, Allah taught me, every single house I go to, I cleanse the house. I seek refuge through the whole entire house. Now, I used to play the Quran, but since Allah strengthened me, I don't play the Quran no more, because I feel that I don't need that, because the power of God is enough. But sometimes you may need to play the Quran, because it all depends how strong this jinn is, and it all depends on how many jinns is in your house that you might have to play the Quran. But you know, I don't play the Quran no more. All I do is I come in the name of God like a thunderbolt. And when I come in, somebody got to go. And that somebody is not me. You're getting out of my house. And that's one thing I firmly and I stand on when it comes to a jinn. Get your butt out of my house. You don't live here, I live here. And I didn't invite you here, neither did Allah. So get out. Get out the way you came, or I'm going to close the door and you're going to have to find a new way out. And that means you might have to go through this wall. But you're going to get up out of here. I don't play with jinns. I don't live with jinns. And I don't associate with no jinn. I will seek refuge on the jinn in the name of Allah. When it comes to jinns and me, somebody got to go, and it ain't me. And I'm coming like a force. You getting up out of my house. So I wanted to share with y'all how Allah taught me how to cleanse and how to obey jinns away from you. And so I wanted to share that with you all, because, you know, I always want to share with you what Allah has done for me in my life, and how he strengthened me, and how he spiritually guided me and gave me spiritual knowledge and spiritual understanding, and gave me a sense of no fear. Fear him alone. Scared that's normal to be scared, but you can't fear something to the point to where it overpowers you and it becomes stronger than you. We are stronger than jinns who are unbelievers. Why? Because when you seek refuge and you have the power of God behind you, you are so much stronger than any unbelieving jinn. Trust me. So I'm going to end this with Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon each and every last one of you. And I ask Allah to bless us all with guidance, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And always remember, bless all of us with a light. Why? So that we can see in this world where we going. We can see the jinns, the shaitan, and we also can see the straight path that leads straight to Allah, that leads to heaven. So I thank Allah for his many, many blessings. And I want to say to each and every last one of you, have a peaceful and a good night. And for some of you, learn how to seek refuge. Just learn how to say, I seek refuge in God from the accursed devil, in the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. And as I tell you, believe in it. And do not be afraid of the unseen.